So now brings me to the big topic. What is QA, right? What is QA, quality assurance engineer or testing? So sometimes you could hear the term quality assurance or you could hear the term testing. It's all the same thing. Or you could hear the term quality assurance engineer. So what is a quality assurance engineer, tester, or QA for short? So a quality assurance engineer or a tester, is a professional that works in the software development lifecycle, that tests the application. So that's your role. Your role, like I've been mentioning in the course, is to test the application. So, now I'm going to explain also different kinds of testing. I'm going to explain what are the documents or artifacts that is required for you to have, for you to do your testing or to do your job or to do your role. So QA is big, right? It's really big, like in terms of they have various kinds of testing, they have various kinds of software you could use. And I'm not trying to say that to scare you, but just to get you interested that this is a career, right? You could have a career, being a quality assurance engineer. So it's not something that's just a passive, it's just like same thing. No, a lot of companies that have QA engineers, based on the company, your role could be different, but I think the fundamental is the same, which I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to give you the fundamental of a quality assurance engineer, right? So that is the basic of what is going to be similar across all board. Now, what can be different from a QA could be the technology, right? So some QAs can say, okay, they need a UAT tester, and I'm going to explain what that is. Sometimes they could say, I need an automation tester. I need a tester for this, or even still, I need a tester that can test XMLs. I need a tester that can test this application. So you don't have to know everything, right? I don't suggest or advise you to know everything because technology is really big. It's really big. So you just need to focus on your own stuff that you need, that you want to focus on, and build your career off it. Then maybe you could transition to other things, or you could learn other things. But I think that what I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to give you the fundamentals of a quality assurance engineer. And from there, you can start adding things like, adding software or adding different kinds of skills to your plate. But in general, I think the role of a quality assurance engineer is to test. So I think that's the beginning and genesis to the whole story, like to be able to test application, to be able to break application to find defects. Because if you are working and they send stuff to your plate and you test and you like thumbs up, nothing, no error, they're going to look at you like, did you really test this properly, right? So the one, you make sure that you're testing, you're finding defects, or like I said, errors, defects, bugs, and how do you go through fixing those errors, defects, or bugs, right? So these are all the things that is your responsibility as a quality assurance engineer / tester. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into, what are the artifacts, what are the documents a QA should come up with, how do you test, what are different types of testing, all this, the roles and responsibility, the day-to-day task of a quality assurance engineer.